Alright, let's look at the properties of parallelograms. So the one thing that we're going to use to solve these two problems is that the opposite sides in a parallelogram are always congruent. So congruent means they're going to have the same shape, same size. So that means that this side, UR, is going to have the same length as TS. And so that's going to allow us to write a 3x plus 4 is equal to 22. And so then it just becomes an equation that we're going to solve. And so we minus 4 from both sides. So the 4's drop out, and we get 3x equals 18. Divide both sides by the 3. So the 3's are going to go away. And we get x equals 6. And so if you wanted to make sure you were right, you would now take that 6 and put it next to replace it with the x. And 3 times 6 is 18. And 18 plus 4 is 22. So we'll call this problem 1a. It is now your turn to do 1b. Alright, let's look at the next example. We'll call it 2a. You'll do 2b. Alright, so here we still have opposite sides that are equal. And so we're going to take GD and make it equal to FE. And so now we write x plus 15 equals 2x plus 7. And so now as you look at to solve this, we have x's on both sides and we want x only on one side. So the best thing to do is to move the smaller x. So the number in front of this x is a 1, and so you look at these two and say, well, which one's smaller? Obviously it's the 1x, and so to move it to the other side, we have to do the opposite. So since it was a positive, we minus 1x from both sides. And so these go away. Now I get 15 equals x plus 7. And now I need to get rid of that 7. And so we minus 7 from both sides. And so now that gives us 8 equals x. So now that we know what x is, so this is the first part of our answer. Now that we know that x is 8, we can go back and plug it in. And you can plug it into either one. So let's go ahead and do GD. And since GD is x plus 15, and we now know that x is 8, 8 plus 15 equals 23. So our final answer would be GD equals 23. Alright, so try 2b on your own. Alright, the second property we're going to look at for a parallelogram is that the diagonals bisect each other. So the first thing, the word diagonal. So we have the diagonal, and in this problem, the diagonal that we're going to be looking at is BD. And then we have this word bisect, and bisect just means it cuts in half. And so in this problem, that means that this top part is going to be equal to this bottom part. And so now in this problem, we'll call it 3a. It says BD is 30. So the whole thing from here to here, from here to here, is 30. So if the whole thing is 30, and I want to know what just this piece is, I would just take 30 and divide by 2. So what is half of 30? Well, half of 30 is 15, so that means that this piece here is 15, and this piece here is 15. Because 15 and 15 make 30. And so now they tell us that ND, let's highlight it, ND is 3x plus 6, but from here to here is 3x minus 6. So now we can go 3x minus 6, and remember that half of 30 was 15, so we know that equals 15. So now we can solve this. We can add 6 to both sides. And we get 3x equals 21. Now 3 times x, the opposite of times is divide, so we divide both sides by 3. And we get x equals 7. And remember, we were able to do this because that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So go ahead and try 3b on your own. Make sure you show all the work, and good luck. Alright, the last problem we're looking at still is working on the idea that the diagonals bisect each other. And so now it says that nj, so nj from here to here is 20. So as soon as you know that that's 20, you also know that the other piece here is 20. And so the whole length of the diagonal from L all the way to J would be 40. So from L to J it's 40. And we're going to need that because if you notice it says LJ, that 3x plus 4 is from L to J, so 3x plus 4. So this whole length is going to be 40. So let's write 3x plus 4 equals 40. And now we solve for x. Minus 4 from both sides. And we get a 3x equals a 36. Get rid of the 3 in front by dividing both sides by 3. So the x's drop out, and we get x equals 12. If you wanted to just double check it, you could take the 12 and plug it in here, and you get 3 times 12 plus 4, 36 plus 4, 36 plus 4 is 40, and that's what we said that LJ was. Alright, try 4B on your own. When you have all the work you need, bring it to me to get your stamp.